Hello friends, it's October and the days are getting colder. What's better than a nice hot bowl of soup? So today we're going to make a French classic called leek and potato. It's easy to do and you can do it in about 20 minutes. Let's get to it. If you've ever worked with leeks before, you know they need a little bit of trimming and a little bit of cleaning. So we take off some of the damaged leaves off the outside. As you work up the middle, you keep more and more of the green part because they tend to be more tender. And then you need to open them up so you can clean them. Okay, and the best way to do that is to use a knife and slit it down this way. And then one more time. So you break it up into basically 4 pieces. And by doing that, you open it up and you can see any dirt that may have settled inside of the plant while it was growing. This one wasn't bad. Sometimes I get them, they're pretty dirty. But you clean them nevertheless, rinse it all out, make sure it's clean, no dirt, no dead bugs, right? We don't want that. Then you just chop them up and you're just gonna cut those into small pieces. And remember, we're making a soup. And when you get to the thicker part, just cut it in half. And if they were big leeks, you might have to quarter that. Okay, so it depends on the size of the leeks. All right, and then what we wanna do now is saute some garlic, and I'm not really measuring much of anything here. For each leek of that size, I'm using 1 large clove of garlic that's been minced, and just saute those in olive oil very briefly, okay, because they are going to continue to cook in the soup. We just like to sweat them a little bit. And as for the leeks, I didn't measure them. I didn't have to, because this is the type of soup that you can make without having to measure anything out. You just want to throw them in the pot and get an idea of how much leek you have in the soup, okay? And you can stir that around and give them a quick saute, but really, you want to know what you have, because when you make a soup like this, what you really want to do is just cover it with whatever liquid you're using in the soup, whether it's water or stock. In my case, it's chicken stock, and that's a salted chicken stock, so I'm not going to season this. If I need to adjust seasoning, I'll do that at the end. Okay, and you just want to bring that to a simmer until it's tender, okay? And at that point, you're ready to finish the soup. And what we mean by finishing the soup is we're going to add a little bit of butter for some richness. That is also salted butter, so you know. And yeah, and some black pepper, definitely black pepper. I put black pepper on everything. Haven't you noticed? All right. And yeah, then we're gonna add some cream. This is light cream, but you could use half and half. You could use milk. And you put as much or as little as you want. Now you could eat this just the way it is. You bring it back to a boil and that would be the end of it. But of course, this is leek and potato. And instead of using fresh potatoes, I'm using potato flakes. These are good quality, unseasoned, dehydrated potato flakes for making instant mashed potatoes. It's the only time I use them, but I use them very often for thickening things like this. Stews, soups, anything that requires some thickening, especially if you want it to taste like potato. And the beautiful thing is they thicken on contact if that water is boiling or the broth is boiling. And you just add as much or as little as you want to make it as thick as you want. I happen to like it nice and thick. It's a delicious soup as a first course, or a hot day or a cold day. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you come back each week for more great videos made for people who like to cook. Until then, bon appetit.